Hey, this is Tony again, and I want to talk to you about something important today, okay? I want to talk about that if you are truly a depressed person, if you are truly suffering mentally, then you are on your own. Even if you have people love you, people who want to help you, you have got to be your own strongest advocate. Because nobody is really going to understand what you're going through except for yourself. Even me. I can't understand what someone through depression is going through because there's so many different kinds. There are literally hundreds of different kinds. 2% of the population is a kind that's so devastating that is going to cripple their life. But you have to be your own strongest advocate. You have to be the one to fight. You have to become a master communicator and let people who you work with, let people who you know love you, what is going on with your mind. You have to. You can't keep it a secret. You have to let people know how serious it is. For example, I could never understand somebody who's in a wheelchair, who doesn't have their legs, because I have my legs. Well, I could read books on it. I could become a psychologist and talk to people about it, try to make them feel better, but until I experience that, I will never know what it's like for that person. And I know in this country, it is hard to get help. I know on the outside, I've talked to people who say, Tony, man, it's easy to get help out there. There are so many groups. There's community mental health. There's all these places you can go to. Just call this number. You get support groups, get medications. I've called those numbers. It's not easy. There are no support groups around me. To get medications, it's not free. And if it is, I still don't know how. I've been trying to figure out this easiness where people find this stuff for months. And I've learned I have to be my own warrior. I have got to be my own fighter. And maybe it is easy for them. But I'll tell you what, there are three big things that happen to people where they are depressed. One is it destroys, it strips all motivation. At least for me it does. When you're stripped of that energy, when you're stripped of that motivation, sometimes just getting out of bed is hard, let alone trying to come up with a plan to save yourself. The second part of that equation is it strips away all happiness. So even if you have the energy, maybe you don't have enough self-esteem to even feel like you deserve to be happy, or you even deserve to get help. All these distortions coming into your mind. So, it is not easy. And the third thing that happens to somebody who's really depressed is that the decision making gets all bonkers. That's how a lot of people who are truly depressed lose their jobs. Or they lose relationships. Or they just, the most basic, easiest things in life are not easy because basic decision making goes away. Alright? So I'm telling you, if you know that you are in this state, you've got to be a master communicator. You've got to learn how to communicate with other people and to yourself. You have to tell yourself that, hey, there is something wrong and there is nothing to be ashamed of. Again, that's like being ashamed because you have diabetes. Alright? It is just as serious, if not more serious, because it is a condition of the mind. The mind is a very complicated machine. And sometimes all the parts and everything in there don't work great. Sometimes, if they work too good, and you're too creative, and you're too imaginative, it can work against you. That's why a lot of writers, a lot of artists have suffered terrible depression. It's because it's like they have this machine that's too sophisticated. And they don't know how to control it. So first step is to admit to yourself, yeah, there is something wrong. I got something going on that's wrong. Acknowledge that. And then become a master communicator, and you have to be your own warrior. You have to be your own father. You have to be your own mother. Because those people may not understand. You have to be your own brother, your own sister, your own fighter, your own psychologist. I know it takes a lot of energy. but this is for the fight of your life. Okay? And I know you want to help out other people, but you got to help yourself. I'm saying I love you. You deserve to be happy. Everybody deserves to be happy. And I hope this helps out a little bit. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.